So let's get started with the testing rules. Okay. So we discussed yesterday about the what is a good test engineer qualities, and also we discussed about the metrics, and also we discussed about the when to start the testing and when to stop the testing. Okay, nothing but stop criteria and start criteria and defect tracking tools. Okay, so these four things like defect tracking and also like a stop and start criteria, and then metrics, and then good test engineer qualities. So all these things we were discussed. Okay, so now what we'll do it is we will be discussing about the testing rules. Okay, there are some testing rules, a set of testing rules actually, which we need to follow. Okay, you may be having a question. Like yesterday we discussed about the testing. Yesterday we discussed about the test tester qualities, characteristics. Now we are discussing about the testing rules. There is a difference. Okay, this all are like theory, just like giving some knowledge to you. Like it may be not important in the interview, but with the help of all these things, right, you will get the real time knowledge. So that's why I have added all these things. Okay. So if you notice here, testing rules. Okay. The first one it is test early and test often. Okay. So what is the meaning of test early and test often? So let's do one thing. Let me take the one cursor. Where is that one? Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Can you see a one whiteboard? You can see, right? A whiteboard on my screen.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So the other day we discussed about like this, like release one, release two, like this we got actually. Okay. And till release 10. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Good. So now to test release one, like we discussed that one, it will take something around 15 days. Okay. Even for the release two also 15 days. Sometimes if it is having more test cases, right, sometimes it may be 20 days, something like that. And this is also like 20 days, just imagine. Okay. So normally you got a task. Okay. Normally you got a task. Okay. Task will be something like this. Okay. So you got a task. Okay. And here is the like a day one. Okay. This is a day one, and this is the day 15th. Okay. So which means you have to complete the complete testing which is within 15 days. That one we know that one. But normally what people do actually, they don't start the testing on the first day. They will be starting the testing something around day 10th, or else day 5th, or else something like a day 7th or day 12th. They'll think that okay, I'm having lot of time. Okay, why should I worry, worry, or why should I bother all these things? I can get started later also. That's what normally people will think. Okay, but that this is absolutely wrong actually. You are not supposed to start the testing after few days. Okay, you have to start the testing on the day one only. You have to start the testing on the day one. Day one is nothing but over here. On the day one only you have to start the testing. Okay, and you have to complete by like a day 5th or day 7th. If you're having good person, right, good qualities in the test engineer, right, at that moment you can complete within 5 days. Okay, the remaining 10 days you can do something other work also. There are a lot of work will be there in your company. Okay, they don't give you like a for sitting idle actually. They give you like a lot of work. Okay, so that's the reason what we have to do it is we have to start the testing on the day one itself and complete your task within 5 days or 10 days or 15 days, whatever it is. But start the task on the day one itself. Don't wait that like we are having 15 days of time, I will test on the 14th day, I will test on the 13th day. Okay, that is not a good option actually. Okay, there is a reason why you have to start on the day one. Okay, why you have to start the day one in the sense, first of all, on the day one if you start the testing, right, so you will find some issues. Okay, you will find some issues and you will report that one to the developer. Okay, assume that within 5 days you have reported. Within 5 days you have reported, and within the 10 days of time the developer is going to reproduce that issue, and then he can fix that issue. that issue can be released in the next release. You understand, right? Now, if you
No,
start the
sir.
no, right? See here, if you start the testing early, if you start the testing early and if you report the issues early, right, at that moment, the developer can fix that issue on the early basis and he can release that uh, fixed issues in the release 2. By any chance, if you report the issue on the 15th day, developer is not having the time to fix that issue and he cannot fix that one in the second release. He may be fixing that one in the third release. Now you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Ah, we have to start the testing early basis. Why we have to start the early basis? So that we will find some issues. Okay, developer can fix that one. He can immediately fix that issues and he can provide that one in the immediate next release. It can be second release or third release or fourth release. If you're not, if you are raising the issue on the 15th day, right? At that moment, developer is not having the time and he is going to fix that one in the next release. That's the
Mm.
problem actually. So that's why test often and test early. That is the thing we are discussing here. Let me show you. What is the first point? Test early and test often. This is nothing but that one actually. Okay. That is the number one. And number two. Okay. And the number two is, okay, develop a compressive test plan. Okay. Develop a compressive test plan. It forms the basis of testing method. Compressive test plan is nothing but the same thing what we are discussing actually. We have to create a one test plan. When to start the testing? Nothing but you got a release. We have to start the testing immediately. That is nothing but we have to create a one plan. Okay. That's called this guy. And the next one it is use both static and dynamic testing. Static and dynamic testing is nothing but like a functional and non-functional testing. Okay, static is nothing but the one which is non-functional. Dynamic is nothing but you are passing the data and all those things. That's called like a dynamic testing. You know already the functional testing and as well as non-functional testing. Functional is nothing but you're giving some input and expecting some output. That is called functional. Non-functional is nothing but the alignment, spelling errors.
Alignments.
Exactly. You are right. Those things comes under static testing. And the next one it is define your expected results. Normally in one of the rule it is whenever you're writing the test cases, you have to provide the expected results in the test case. That is nothing but this one. Okay. And the next one it is understand the business reason behind the application. Okay. Whenever you are testing, understand the business reason behind the application. You will write a better application and better testing scripts, which means when you are understanding the business, okay, when you are understanding the business behind the application, at that moment only you can write the good test cases and also you can test the properly, which means if you don't understand the project properly, right, okay, you cannot test well, you cannot write the test cases also well actually. Okay, you have to understand the application, what client is expecting. So it is a banking application. Banking application in the sense we have to own that application. You know, right? What is the meaning of owning? Owning is nothing. Normally, it's a family. So normally, family. What we do actually, we own our family. Like the same, we have to own our application. Okay. When you're owning your application, right? At that moment, you can test it properly, and you can write the test cases properly, and you can write the test scripts also properly. Scripts are nothing but automation test cases. So that's why we have to understand the application and all those things. So these are the important things. Okay. And the next one it is use multiple levels of types of testing. I repeat, use multiple level and types of testing. Nothing but regression, system, integration, stress, and load. Okay. As of now, we discussed only regression, system, and integration. We did not discuss about the stress and load, which is nothing but whenever we are testing, right, at that moment we are having different types of levels of testing, like smoke testing, regression testing, system testing, integration testing, stress testing, load testing, performance testing. There are a lot of testing types are there. Okay, we have to perform all those things. Okay, that one we will discuss soon. Okay, and the next one it is review and inspect the work. It will lower cost. This is also important actually. Review and inspect work. The meaning of review and inspect work is nothing but, just imagine, just imagine. So we have to review our application always. Okay. Who will do actually normally this job is done by the our manager. I repeat, this job is done by the our manager. Why he is doing, I will tell you now. Okay. He has to review our application frequently. Nothing but how much percentage of the development is done and how much percentage of the testing is done and how much percentage of the testing is left. All these things they have to review. Okay. If they review all these things, right, at that moment only we can release our project on time. If we are not reviewing our project, right, oftenly, we are, we may be like a losing somewhere actually. Okay, which means like we maybe forget some features, okay, to test. Okay, all these things will happen. So that's the reason we have to review our application frequently, often. Okay, then only we will come to know like how much percentage of the like development is done and how much percentage of the testing is done and how much percentage it is left. All these things will be done by the developer. Okay, the meaning of cost is nothing but if you are not planning properly, if you're not reviewing your project properly, right, at that moment, at the end, you have to stretch more to the testing. That's called nothing but stretching more in this nothing but like it is we are like indirectly we are costing ourselves actually. So that is nothing but review and inspect the work at lower cost. And the last one it is, don't let your programmer check their own work. They will miss their own errors also. Okay. This is, I will give you some example actually. Okay. So let me open one website, any website, automationpractice.com. Now you only tell the answer over here. Just imagine, you can see the search box, right? Okay. The search box you can see, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just imagine this search box is coming here. Instead of that place, it is coming somewhere here. It is coming somewhere here actually. Okay. The search box is coming somewhere here. So you will report it, right? Yes or no? You'll report it stating that the client is expecting in the top, it should be in the top, and also it should be in the middle of the page, but it is showing somewhere here. You'll report an issue, right?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. You found this one and you are reporting that issue. And developer is what is selling actually. Developer open the same application, okay, on his machine. Okay. Developer open the same application on his machine. On his machine, it is appearing only here only. On the developer machine, it is coming here, but on your machine, it is coming somewhere here. Okay. So
Okay.
what you will do at that moment? In general, I am asking. I will tell the answer, but I just want to see your capability. On the developer machine, it is working fine, but on your machine, it is not working fine. What is your approach? You can unmute and speak.
Take a screenshot and send to developer as well as manager for
Okay.
the.
But developer is telling that it is working fine in my local machine.
It vary to machine, na? Then it's vary machine to machine. Something in my machine left hand side, other machine show in right hand side.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, you are close to that one, but you are not giving the exact answer. Anyone else have?
So
You
depending on
can
the
just try.
operating system.
Depending on the operating system. Yeah, good one. Okay. And next, just try. Just in simple, I'm telling. In testing machine, it is not working, but whereas in the developer machine, it is working fine. I'll give some hint actually here. Do you know, right? Like a majority's law. There is a one word, right? The majority people are like accepting, right? As per the law, it is. Correct. If the majority people are not accepting, it is incorrect. Now you tell the answer. I'm just asking you to try.
We will raise the bug to the our manager, sir. We'll send the screenshot that in my screen is appearing like this. So we'll complain to the manager and everyone, sir.
Okay, not exactly. Close. I mean, you people are doing almost close, but you're not giving the answer. Okay, I'll come to that otherwise. So see here, this is my QA machine. Okay, this is my QA machine, nothing but our machine, and this is development machine. Okay, this is development machine, and now, as I said, on the QA machine it is working fine. Okay, on the developer machine it is not working. Agree? And now you take one more QA machine. We will have a lot of machines actually normally. Okay, for the QA we are having QA2 machine. Okay, otherwise take your uh, colleague's machine or whatever it is. Okay, take one more machine also. Okay, nothing but your colleague machine, QA3 machine. QA is nothing but quality assurance engineer normally. We are only that one. So here also it is working. Sorry, I told in the reverse way, right? 1 second. Here. This is QA3, right? QA3 and remove this one and remove this one and not working here, not working here, not working here, and it is working here, right? Okay. And now you tell the answer. Okay, it is not working here and it is not working here and it is not working here, but it works only in the developer machine. Okay, now you can raise your voice, right, to your developer. Okay, which means in all the machines it is not working properly, only on your machine it is working properly. Okay, here it is not working but here it is working. Okay, so which means something wrong with your machine. Okay, not with our machines, because we tried in different machines. Okay, we tried in different machines, everywhere it is not working. Okay, which means it is not working. Majority of the machines it is not working. Okay, if it is working on your machines, that is not our problem, that is your problem. Something wrong with your machine, you can directly say that one. You got it right, what I am telling?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So which means, like, just imagine if it is working on a developer machine, it is not working on QA machine. Developer is not giving his machine to the client, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Developer is not giving his machine to the client. Okay. Developer is having his own machine. It will be with him only. Okay. So the client is having his own machine. Okay. We cannot say that to the client, it is working on the developer machine properly. I don't know why it is not working in the your machine or my machine. We cannot say to the client all these things. So that's why we have to clearly tell to the developer, majority of the machines it is not working properly. On your machine it is working. That is not our problem. Check with your machine and repair your machine. Do whatever you want, but it is a bug, is a bug. That's it. Now you understand, right?
Yes.
uh, these things will happen actually in the real time. So that's why don't let your programmer check their own work. Okay, they will miss their own errors also. That is nothing but these things, testing rules. Am I clear here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
very good. So now we are having uh, different types of testings actually. I just want to know, like we have something around 7 people. I think you all are developed the test cases, right? How many people are left to write the testing cases?
Sir,
Balakrishna, have
yesterday
you?
I am
Not
sir.
done, sir.
Not done, sir.
I am also not done, sir.
I'm not done, sir. Yesterday work on.
Not done, sir.
Okay. Why? Any reason? Specific reason for not done?
Sir, now I will, yesterday I have interview, sir. Now I will submit, sir. Within 1 hour, I will submit.
Okay. Yeah, let's go like
And
a one. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
and one more thing, I did not receive that video, sir. Test cases video. I have doubts in little bit doubts in that because I'm writing the test cases, but I'm not getting idea that how to write the valid test cases and invalid test cases.
Okay, let's discuss all those things. Okay. So, mm, so let's go one by one. So Pooja has given, uh, she shared actually long back, I think almost like 10 days ago. She has shared like her test cases. So I will review that one. Okay. So while reviewing, I'll give some comments actually. So, I mean, it is the comments are for all actually, not for only one person. Okay. Yeah. So if you notice, she has written test cases for the login, forget password, and create account. So she has written the test cases for all these things. Okay. So if you notice here, so this is a login and this is a forget password and this is the create account. Okay. So let's go one by one. Let's go with the like login first. Okay. So for the login, how many test cases he has written? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 test cases he has written. Okay, very good actually. 7 test cases means. So yeah. So can you see my screen? I think it is clear, right? My screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's get started. So test case ID and author perfect version Pooja and all actually. By default, the first version it is 1.0. Okay, or else one first version. Anything is fine. So if it is not coming 1.0, right? Just right click on this, click on the format cells and go with the number and then click on the OK. Now it is coming 1.0. So now reviewer. So for suppose this is reviewing by me, right? So I'll put my name, reviewer, Santosh. Okay. So the description it is validate the login with valid credentials. Excellent. And the next one is OS. OS is Windows, Linux, or Mac. And how much time it is taking? 5 minutes. And the browser is Chrome, Edge, or Firefox. And the priority is high. Depends on normal, it is not required for all these things. And functions to be tested, which is the login. Excellent. And description, open the browser, navigate to application. So the input it is after opening the browser, you have to use this one. Okay. So expected output is application should open successfully. Seems she has executed and she also mentioned that it is pass. Okay. The next one it is click on the sign in link. Okay. So user has to click on the sign in link which is available on the home page. Excellent. And it should navigate to authentication page. Pass. Excellent. Provide the valid login details. Enter the below username and password. The username is something and the pass application should validate the username and password. If provided credentials are valid, then it should open the my account page. Perfect. Excellent. And the second test case, again version 1.0. Okay. And the reviewer, I'll put my name because I am reviewing, right? So validate login with invalid credentials. All these things are perfect. So yeah, she has given invalid username and password. Application should validate the username and password. If provider credits are invalid, then it should throw an error on the page. Okay. So good. So here, if you're having the error name, right, by any chance, okay, normally client is expecting some error on the page like this, okay, username or password incorrect, okay. So if the client is expecting such type of errors, right, you can mention like this example, it should throw such type of error, okay. Normally in the document, it will tell us, okay, client is expecting some error actually on the UI, some beautiful error he is expecting, okay. So those things we have to provide here. Perfect. The test case 3, open the browser, navigate this one. This is belongs to validate the login with without credentials. Okay. Till here it is same actually. The first two steps continuously. Enter the blank space on username and password as well. Application should validate the username and password. If no data are provided, credentials will throw an error on the page. Perfect, man. And fourth test case, validate the login with valid username and invalid password. Remember, this is valid username with invalid password. Okay. So again, the third step I'm validating. So this is the valid username and the invalid password, somewhere numeric with some special characters. Again, same thing. It should validate and provide invalid is throw an error. Perfect. And the next one, it is validate the login uh, with invalid username and invalid username with valid password. So something invalid username with valid password. Perfect. This is also correct. And the test case 6, okay, which is valid login. Okay, validate login without password. Okay, which means enter the username but don't enter the password, which is nothing but. Okay, so here you have provided the username, but you have to tell like this also. Password is null, like this. Just you can provide null. Null is nothing but nothing. Okay, like this you have to mention. So it will be clear to the all the people. Okay, so this is also good. And the last case is validate the login with password only. Okay, which means don't enter the username, provide only password. So again here also what you have to do it is since you are giving lot of spaces, it is not required actually. I will show you. What you do it is click on the shift and enter. You will go not shift and enter, sorry. Alt and enter. When you type alt and enter, right, it will go to the next line. So
Okay, sir.
username is empty, right? Which is nothing but null. Okay, like this. Good, actually, you have written very good test cases. Okay, I appreciate. I will share this to all actually, so you can follow the same formats. Okay, we followed very well. Let me check the other things also. Mhm. So this is belongs to forget password. This is belongs to forget password, and for the forget password also she has written 6. Excellent. Let me, I just want to see how much. So validate the login with the forget password. Right? Validate the login with valid username credentials. Application should open. It is okay. Provide the username and authentication page. Enter the below username and click on the forget password link. Okay. Okay. Application should validate the username if provided credentials is invalid. Okay. So here, okay, let's see how it is working actually. Automation. So go to the sign in. Okay. And here there is a forget username, right? So what is happening actually? First we have to go to the authentication page. Okay. First we have to go to the authentication page. From there I have to click on the forget user password. Okay. So you forgot to provide that one. So authentication page is good. And there is a one more step which will add, which is the third step. Okay. Which is click on the forget password link. I will tell something like this. Now here I will put click on the forget your password. Like you can keep it in the double quotes also so that people will think that it is a link like this. Okay. It should navigate to forget your password page. And if it is pass and make it as pass. So this is a new step which I have added. Okay. So this is the new step I have added. And now it is the fourth one. Okay. Provide the username, enter the below username and click on the forget password link. So yet it is not a link actually. Okay. enter the email address, or it is email address or username, anything is fine, but as per the UI it is an email address. So that's why we have to mention enter the email address and click on the retrieve password button. This is a button actually. Okay, so you tell that enter the below email. Okay, enter the below email like this, enter the below email and click on the forget password button. Okay, so and then provide this one. Perfect. And application should validate the username. It's not username again, it is a email. Guys, I'm telling to all, not only to the Pooja. Okay, so application should validate the email. If provided credential is valid, okay, provided credential is valid, then open forget your password page. Okay, let me check.
Sir,
Yeah, please.
sir, I have doubt. Actually, email address given to previous email addresses, sir. అంటే మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇవ్వాలా లేకపోతే మన ఓన్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి
You
ఇవ్వాలా?
have to do రెండు రకాల టెస్ట్ చేయాలి. One is with valid username, another one is with valid invalid email ID.
యాక్చువల్ గా నా ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చాను సార్, రియల్ అంటే మనం రియల్ గా వాడే ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చాను.
Okay.
అప్పుడు ఎర్ర చూపిస్తుంది. మళ్ళీ మనం ఇందులో వెబ్సైట్ లో క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇస్తే అప్పుడు ఏం ఎర్రర్ చూపించట్లేదు. కానీ మన ఈమెయిల్ ఐడికి ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ వెళ్ళాలి కదా సార్.
Okay. Okay, I do understand. Okay, maybe you are checking in depth level. So in that case, what you do it is use the Gmail address.
యాక్చువల్లీ మన రియల్ జీమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఐ గివెన్ టు దట్ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చాను సార్. అక్కడ ఇచ్చేసినప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఎర్రర్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో ఒక ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి క్రియేట్ చేస్తాం కదా సార్, ఆ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చినాం అనుకో అప్పుడు ఎర్రర్ చూపించట్లేదు. కానీ ఆ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడికి మనము పాస్వర్డ్ వెళ్ళాలి కదా సార్.
Let's see. ఇప్పుడు నాది ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఉంది కదా, నేను వ్యాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇస్తున్నా. ఐఎమ్ టెల్లింగ్ దట్ రిట్రీవ్ పాస్వర్డ్. Let's see what will happen. So what it is telling actually confirmation email sent to so and so email address. ఇప్పుడు మీకు వెళ్ళట్లేదా ఇది? మీరు వ్యాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చారా? హలో, I can't hear you.
సార్,
Yeah.
యాక్చువల్ గా వ్యాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చాను, అప్పుడు
Okay.
ఎర్రర్ చూపిస్తుంది. ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో క్రియేట్ చేసిన ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఎర్రర్ చూపించట్లేదు.
How
ఈ
come
వెబ్సైట్ లో ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు కదా సార్, మనం
అవునవును.
ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాతనే లాగిన్ అవుతారు కదా.
Got it. Let me do my side also.
ఓకే.
ఇది కరెక్టే చూపిస్తుంది కదండి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇన్వాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చాను, అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నాకు ఏమంటుంది, దెర్ ఈజ్ నో అకౌంట్ రిజిస్టర్డ్ విత్ దిస్ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్. ఇది నేను ఇన్వాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇచ్చాను. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తానంటే వ్యాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఇస్తున్నాను, బికాస్ విత్ దిస్ ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి ఐ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ రిజిస్టర్డ్ an account with the automationpractice.com. When I click on this, it is telling that a confirmation email has been sent to the so and so email ID. So which means it is working actually. I can say try once again. Okay, మీరు ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయండి.
ఓకే
ఎందుకంటే మీ ముందే చూపించాను, ఒకటేమో సంతోష.test.com అన్న నాకు ఆల్రెడీ అకౌంట్ ఉంది దీంట్లో, అందుకని ఇది వర్క్ అవుతుంది.
సార్, ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో అకౌంట్
ఏమంటుందంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ వెబ్సైట్ లో మనకు జీమెయిల్ ఉండదు సార్. కొత్త మెయిల్ ఒకటి దీంట్లో క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటాము. సో దానికంటూ మనకంటూ ఒక జీమెయిల్ ఉండదు. సో ఎట్లా పోతుంది దాంట్లోకి జీమెయిల్ ఉండకుండా అనేసి?
ఎప్పుడైనా కానీ వ్యాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ తోటి క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవాలి మనం.
సార్, ఇప్పుడు ఫర్గెట్ పాస్వర్డ్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆ పాస్వర్డ్ మన మెయిల్ ఐడికి రావాలి కదా.
అదే అంటున్నా అండి. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏమంటున్నానంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇక్కడ నోటీస్ చేస్తే నేను ఇక్కడ ఒక ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చాను కదా. ఏంటిది ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చాను? santosh@test.com. Okay, when I provide this, okay, it is telling that it sent the email. Okay, which means it has sent the email to my email address. But ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఇచ్చానో, ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ నాకు ఇక్కడ అకౌంట్ లేదు test.comలో, బట్ స్టిల్ నేను ఇన్వాలిడ్ ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ ఇచ్చాను. మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే వ్యాలిడ్ జీమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ తోటి ట్రై చేయండి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
యూజ్ యువర్ ఓన్ వ్యాలిడ్ జీమెయిల్ అడ్రస్. నేను టెస్టింగ్ పర్పస్ ఇక్కడ ఇవన్నీ వాడుతున్నాను, but use your own valid email address. Okay,
Ah,
valid. ఇప్పుడు నా valid email address ఏంది? santosh.onlinetraining@gmail.com. Okay, so this is my valid email address, but unfortunately I don't have the account, okay, with this email address. మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే, don't go with the invalid things, go with the only valid email addresses.
okay.
Okay, go with that
Okay.
one and check so don't test the application, test the application features. Okay,
Okay, sir.
మనకి ఏదైతే ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయో అవిటినే మనం టెస్ట్ చేసుకుందాం. అప్లికేషన్ని బగ్ అన్నది పక్కన పెడదాము, అలా ఇష్యూస్ ఉండొచ్చు అప్లికేషన్లో, బట్ మనకి ఏదో అవసరం అదే టెస్ట్ చేద్దాం.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
so yeah, you're welcome. So now she has given the email address and then clicked on the retrieve password. So when I
सर
yeah
एक्चुअली मैंने जो पहला ये लिखा है ना, वो इससे पहले वाला है जिसमें अपन सिर्फ यूजर नेम डाल रहे हैं एंड फॉरगेट पासवर्ड कर रहे हैं विदाउट पासवर्ड डाल के, वो वाला
okay
ये था.
अच्छा you are
हाँ
telling this one, right?
या देन इसके बाद मैंने रिट्रीव पासवर्ड वाले लिखे हैं.
Okay, you click, okay, 1 second. ये डाल के you clicked on the forget password.
Yeah.
No.
देन
That is not a valid test case actually. What we have to do it is because see nothing happened actually here. You
but
understand, right?
without, yeah, but we enter without mail id, it's also run, but we enter a wrong mail id address, then it's not work na. So three
See,
cases are there na.
no. So see here, you are targeting only forget your password feature, right?
Okay.
Okay. So which means you are not supposed to enter these two things. You have to concentrate only on the forget your password link. Okay. So क्या करना actually here, you have to click on the forget password only. Click on the forget password. Okay, it should open the forget your password page. See, it is open the forget your password page, and then provide the email address, the valid email address or invalid email address. Okay, one test case with valid email address, another test case is with invalid email address, and one more test case is with don't enter the email id, click on the retrieve password. So
Yeah.
total 3 test cases you can write.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Only 3 test cases here. One is
One more, sir. If you enter a same mail id
mhm,
and same username, it's also run. Means username जो आपने दिया है ना,
mhm.
वही अगर आप ईमेल में डाल रहे हो तो भी वो वर्क कर रहा है प्रॉपरली.
I didn't get. So which means
यूजर नेम आप जब दे रहे हो ना स्टार्टिंग में,
ये वाला.
नहीं इसके पहले वाला सर,
One
यूजर
second.
नेम
What? Let me go. See, okay.
यहाँ
Here
पे जो
मैंने
आप, हाँ,
username दिया मैंने @test.com. Okay.
और
And
अगर आपने ये मेल आईडी में मतलब क्रिएट अकाउंट के टाइम ये नहीं लिखा है, फिर भी आप फॉरगेट अकाउंट में ये दे रहे हो तो भी वो सेंड कर रहा है मेल किसी, तो ऐसा हो रहा है इस केस में.
but normally I will tell only 3 test cases here. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, what we have to do it is don't do anything over here. Okay. Don't do anything over here. Just click on the forget account password or forget your password, whatever it is. Okay. Click on the forget your password. Okay. It will open the page. That is a one test case. Okay. Under that one is with provide the valid username. And click on the retrieve password. It should send an email to your email ID. That is a one case. And now what you have to do it is provide the invalid username or email ID. Okay, invalid is nothing but the one which is not having the account with the automationpractice.com. Okay, go with that one. Okay, and the third one it is don't enter any email address and click on the retrieve password. Only 3 test cases will come for the forget password actually. Okay, apart from that normally we don't get anything, only 3 test cases. Okay, yeah, you tried, I mean good that at least you are trying actually. So here the this test case what will happen actually, you said this is for the enter the username and click on the forget password, right? So I will ignore that one. Let me check other things. So even here also you are not going to the forget account page, you are not mentioning that you are clicking on the forget account page actually. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, this is also
Fourth one is correct.
fourth one, right?
Yeah.
So this is the fourth one. So let me check authentication page. So enter the below username and click on the forget link. Okay, username is so and so, enter invalid email. Even here also, you're not using this step. See this. This step you're not at all using actually. Okay.
Yeah.
What you have to do, first you have to click on the forget your password link. It should open the forget password page, and then enter the below email address and click on the forget password button. Okay. This one also you have to mention. Okay. And then application should validate the email. Okay. If provided credentials not actually provided email address is valid, okay, it will not, it will actually, it should send email to the provided email. Okay, it should send not email actually, it should send password, right? It should send password, okay, to the provided email address. So this is how you have to write. So which means it's like a complete information you are giving. What you are giving actually, the first one it is you have to click on the forget password link. It is open that one. Okay, and the next one it is under the email address you have to provide some email address which is like a valid email address. Okay, which is what it is expecting. The expectation here it is application should validate the email. Okay, if provided email address is valid, it should send password to the provided email address. Okay, that's what we have to mention like this. What is another test case? The first three steps are same. Okay, and here it will change. Let me change over here. This is another test case. I'll change the color. Okay, so this is provide the invalid, and the invalid email address it is Santosh123. Okay, application should validate. Okay, the email address provided email address is invalid. It should throw an error on the UI. Example. What is example actually? Provided email address is not exist or not register something. So whatever he is, and the last one it is. Let me show you. This is another test case. So provide don't provide email address. Okay. Do not provide any email address and click on the forget password button. This is also same thing here. Why? Because if you don't provide or if you provide the invalid also, the error is same. Okay. So these are the three different test cases. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Put up that.
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, you were telling that you don't have to enter the username on the forget password, then you have to do the things.
Yes.
But what she is prepared, she has to enter username and click on the forget password. Then then we should enter the valid email address and invalid and blank.
I do understand actually. So, but normally in the real time, I will tell you. Our ultimate, what is our goal actually here?
Forgot your password.
Forget your password. Okay. Then why we need to enter the email address and password here? Directly go to the forget password. Just land it over here. You know that you are checking the forget password. Okay. So directly you log in, you directly land over here. Okay. And test only this page. Don't touch the authentication page. This page is called forget your password. And this is the authentication page. Don't test verify anything on the authentication page. Authentication page is only to navigate the forget account link page. Okay. By using authentication, you are navigating to the forget your password page. You are not doing anything actually. So that's why, okay, that's why we are not supposed to check anything in the in this page. In this page, what we have to do, verify whether this link is available or not. Yes, link is available. Click on that one. Click on that one and go to that page. Don't do any other testing on that page.
Okay, sir. What if what if we think the password is right and we enter the username, we enter the email address and password, but we click on sign in link, but it said the password is invalid. Then we should have then we should click that forget password. Is it also right, sir? Doesn't make sense.
Whatever you are telling, right? That is a general case. It is called the general case. General case in the sense you forget your password, you try to log in. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you will test, actually you are thinking that whatever the password which you are providing, it is a valid thing, but unfortunately it is throwing an error. So in
Yes.
that case, what you are doing, you are going to the forget account page and then you are providing your valid email address.
Okay.
Again, you are going to the forget account page, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Again,
the actual testing is starting from the forget account page.
yes.
When we are going to the forget account page, when we forget the password, otherwise we don't go over there.
Sir,
You
one
understand?
more thing, sir. See, everything will be like that only, sir. Means first we should write the, like, say, yesterday we took the alphanumeric, na? Say, first valid credential should be alphanumeric. After that, it should be limit from 10 to 20. How we should, this process I did not understand, sir. How, means, okay, you are telling correct, valid credentials, invalid credentials, step by step. So how this should be right, means how, I means I did not getting this, means
Okay.
past I did like that.
Okay.
Means,
Remember here,
mm,
login is one feature, separate feature. Don't club all the features together. Okay. Login is a separate feature. Okay. And log out is a separate feature. What is the first feature, which is create account? Okay. Create account is a different feature. Okay. And then forgot. Okay. Account is a different feature. Remember, all are different feature. Don't club all these together in a single test cases. Okay. For the
so
create account, write separate test cases. Okay.
so this one for this one, for the create account, so alphanumeric, it should be alphanumeric. So I should
Mm-hmm.
write a valid test case as alphanumeric,
Mm-hmm.
and it should accept 10 to 20, between
Mm-hmm.
10 to 20. This is the
Mm-hmm.
valid. First I should write the all valid with the
Yes.
expected output, and uh, means actual output and expected output, pass or fail.
Yes.
And
Yes.
next step I should write the invalid, means what
Ah,
if what we type, then what it should be, how it should accept.
exactly.
So first with we should write the conditions, means what we should, means in invalid credentials, first step should be accept on alphanumeric, then
Exactly.
accept
If,
between 10 to 20. It's a combination of alphanumeric, and like that
i-
it should be.
like that, which means create account will have something around more than 20 plus test cases only for the create account. Why? Because in the create account, you are having something around 20 fields. Okay. Or 25 fields actually. We have to validate all of them, which that's the reason you're having 20 plus test cases only for the create account. But whereas to the login, right, you'll have max to max 7 test cases. For the logout, only max of 2 test cases. For the forget account, max of 3 test cases. Why only 20 test case, more than 20 test cases for the create account? Because create account is having lot of features, because we have to enter the first name, last name, middle name, address. In the username, it is accepting minimum of 6 and maximum of 30. We have to verify the boundary values. And also in the password also. In the password also, we have to verify a lot of combinations. So all these things you have to verify. Okay. So that's the reason create account is having more test cases. One is with boundary values. Okay. In the boundary values we discussed already yesterday, on the boundary, in the boundary, out of the boundary, all those things you have to do. And you have to try to create an account which is already their email address. Okay. You have to go with that one. Okay. And also in the password also you have to verify, which is like a minimum password and max. So in the password also nowadays, minimum of this length and maximum of this length. For the username and password, we are having some boundaries. Apart from that one, the
Sir,
remaining
this
things are
minimum
same.
maximum also we should write in the valid only.
Ah,
Minimum of 10, maximum of 20. These are also
maximum
separate text case.
test cases. Perfect.
Okay,
We
minimum
have to
of
write.
10 and minimum of you should accept minimum of up to 10.
Yes.
10 and above. This is
Yes.
20 and below. Okay.
All are different test cases. All are 10 is one. See, minimum 10, that is a one test case. Maximum 20, that is a one test case. In between 10 and 20, that's another test cases. Okay. Below 10, one test cases. Above 20, one test case. Around 6 test cases we have to write. Agree, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Just for the username, you are having 6 test cases to validate. For the password, another 6 test cases. For the remaining things, you can write another 10 test cases. It will become 20, 25, something around.
I will complete today and I'll share you, sir. Please once see my
Def-
test cases.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
You have to write. Then only you will come to know the answers. Otherwise, you
Yes,
don't
yes.
get the
Because
answers.
you see, I'm attending the interviews. In 2 interviews yesterday and yesterday and day before yesterday, they both asked the test, write the test cases. So I'm very much confused because what you are
Why
sending
you
me.
are attending interviews now itself?
No, sir, I have already experienced. So, 2 years gap is there. So, I already uploaded the resume in Naukri for manual testing only. So, I'm getting the calls and I have the recommendations also. So, the
Okay.
people are recommending me. So, I'm getting the calls for that.
That's fine. So you do one thing. You write the test cases and send it to me. Okay.
And what earlier company the test cases is different. What I'm seeing now are the test cases different because
Mm-hmm.
so it was so much different. So
Okay.
I should
No.
practice once.
Otherwise, wait for another week. Okay. You'll have the good clarity.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. And the next one it is we have to learn about the testing types. Okay. We are having different types of testings, which is black box, white box, unit, integration, GUI.
Sir, one more thing, sir. Difference between QA and QC also. It will come, sir.
It will come. You just list down the questions. I'll give the answers.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, and the next one is like performance and all these things. Okay. We will learn all these different types of testings starting from tomorrow. Okay. So we will learn what is a black box, what is a white box. I already told you that we are not doing the white box and as well as unit testing. Okay. Apart from that one, we do all these things and we do all, but we don't work on the load, stress, perform, and volume. Okay. These four different types of testing we don't do. Why? Because this is comes under like a performance testing engineer task actually. We are not doing that task. Okay. But anyway, I will tell you from tomorrow all the different types of testings. Okay. So I got only one review actually to get all these things. Tomorrow, right? What I will do, remaining people also send, right? I will try to review that one today. Okay. And I will give the comments tomorrow.
Okay,
So how
sir.
they have written
Okay,
it.
sir.
So when you write the test cases at that moment only, you will come to know what exactly you are doing. Sentence formation is also important. So that's why I am asking you people to write the test cases continuously. Okay. So
Okay,
who
sir.
is not done right, please write and then send it to me tomorrow. I mean by tomorrow, not tomorrow
Yes.
actually, before the
Okay.
class. So yeah, that's it guys.